perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, here's Breida. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 38. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. On third down, a run from Breida. Shifts by him at the 25, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Panther first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 17-yard line.
He'll be taken down well behind the line. line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Throwing, Vick. Flush to his right. Got his target, Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. This is Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
It's caught inside the 25. And the way down to the 22-yard line.
A gain of 55 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
There's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Being chased out left. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Vick will look to throw on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. It's a play fake. Now Vick. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. Vick to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. No. If you kill it, motion me out.
He may try and run for this. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. On 4th down, Vick letting one go deep. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Prescott looks to throw on first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The prop.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Breida, he'll try the right side. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Vick now. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with Breida. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, kill.
From the 27, Prescott. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
This is where his eyes told him everything he needed to know. As a linebacker, when you're sitting at the 2nd level and you can see everything in front of you, that play just developed right in front of him, and he got there in a hurry and made a really nice play.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And he's going to be he's sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And he's going to go down again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Hey, 47. Tight right. We got 4. 26.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.